had harvested my little bush of mint. So this is just the top clippings. The plant will continue to grow all summer long, and this is my very first harvest. So depending on how many you get, cut as many strings as you need. And then we're going to make slip knot little tie-offs. And look at your mint to see where that little branch is. You're going to want to put the string, the loop around between that. So what happens is as your plant dries, it reduces in size. And so it can easily slip out of your knot when it's hanging. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about mint as I'm working through this. So mint is a really easy herb to find. It doesn't take much to recognize the spear-like leaves of it or the round leaves, depending on the variety that you're going to be looking for. It grows along natural rivers and spring-fed lakes. And usually you're going to find it where it's just in the shade. It's going to have a little bit of sunlight. It will be growing right along the water. So you can also, though, grow it in your own pots in your patio or your balcony or in your garden. And one of the beautiful things about mint is that it is natural at keeping bugs away. Bugs simply do not like the oils that come from the leaves of mint. And these oils are what make tea so yummy and candies so sweet. So mint is something that you're going to find everywhere and everywhere around the world. So it's not only used in teas, but also among folk magic and old medicinal remedies, where it's been used to help with tummy aches, headaches, and a lot of people swear by it for your digestive problems. So always check with a doctor before you use any kind of an herb medicinally. It's also used in herb blends that you can put into satchels, or you can simmer, or you can sprinkle around your home, and it has 1,000,001 different uses within witchcraft. Some of those kind of go into like the natural understanding of the herb. So it keeps bugs away. It's also known to help with your allergies. It helps clear the sinuses. So if you understand how an herb is helping you in your everyday life, you begin to understand how to use it in witchcraft. So if it helps with allergies and keeps bugs away, then the idea is that it also then purifies energy. It purifies the air. And so you can use it in your witch space in this way, to help bring clarity of focus, to reduce stress. And when we have a very calm and relaxed mood, we're able to be more creative. And if we're more creative, then we can set goals. We can work in a very productive way towards whatever success it is that we're working for, which can bring happiness and prosperity. So that kind of universal use of it, a full circle, is how people generally work with herbs. So many herbalists will say, your relationship is better known when you first smell the herb. So one thing I do is I keep my mint in like a tea tin, and when I open it and I smell it, and if that smell just brings a smile to my face, and kind of you feel that like almost like a blanket pulled away from your head, this clarity and this smile, my allergies clear up. If all that happens, then I realize that my purpose for smelling the herb is going to be beneficial. So there's always that like in the moment relationship with the herbs that you're working with in your witchcraft. One thing that always comes to mind when I'm working with mint is both of my grandmothers, who were crop share farmers. They both taught me that when you're out in the fields, one of the best things to have with you is a sprig of mint. And they would hang it from their belt. And if any bugs started to come around, like no-see-ums or mosquitoes or any of those things, they would break off one of the leaves and they would rub it on their arms, on like the back of their neck, on the back of their ears, and their hands. And it's going to keep away those pests from bothering you. So I have a lot of very fond memories of my childhood with mint in just so many ways. Cooking, magic, all kinds of things, and just like everyday uses. So some words of caution is because mint is so great at clearing our sinuses, it also can irritate our eyes and the sensitive skin under your eyes. It is important that when you're working with mint that you don't accidentally transfer the oils from the leaves onto your face, because it can cause a burning sensation in your sinuses and your tear ducts. And if your tear ducts get irritated, then we can't really work very well because we start crying. Okay, so this is my little kitchen window. And as you can see, I have a little a little garden of succulents. I have some tomatoes back there that are getting good and red and ready to go into a salad. So there's some feverfew that I have been drying for a little while. Let me get these herbs. My hands are kind of full. Okay, so there's my peppermint. I should probably take this down though. And I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of those flowers and all the good leaves out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and hang the peppermint one by one. You can see my little hooks that I have on the shelf. And this way they're out of the sunlight, they have good air ventilation, and on the floor beneath here there is one of the air vents for my central air system. And so that's going to help them dry quicker. And I'll leave them there for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then they will be ready to be crinkled into little harvesting jars that will go into my witch cabinet. So hopefully this was like a really easy, simple share on some information about peppermint. When I harvest them, I will go ahead and make another video, probably with like what the first thing I'm going to do with them in my practice. So thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day or night wherever you are, and happy witching.